name is Bo Morris, and I want to thank you all for coming to my speech for my public speaking class for Columbia International University. This is my informative speech, and today I will be discussing how social media impacts the lives of teenagers. The focus of today's presentation will introduce you to the main platforms that teenagers use and the various aspects of these apps that can help or harm its users. I will also share with you some thoughts and studies about the increase of teen suicide and the impact on overall mental health. In today's world, social media is being used not only by teenagers, but also by adults. Many celebrities, athletes, and politicians use social media platforms as ways to create conflicts and tear others down. How are teenagers who are not fully developed and are immature supposed to know how to handle themselves when many adults still act foolish online? Adults model life for teens, so if they can't handle social media on their own, then why should teenagers be expected to? This is a great representation of how much of a struggle social media can be for teenagers. And finally, to counter these largely negative findings, I will share with you some of the positive, or at least non-harmful, attributes of using social media platforms. There are many social media platforms used by teenagers everywhere. However, I wanted to share with you 3 of the most impactful in my opinion. These 3 apps are Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. I've used each of these apps and I've seen how they can be positive or negative on teenagers. Instagram is interesting because everyone who has it uses it for different reasons. This app capitalizes on pushing people to feel like they socially belong. The app relies heavily on the use of filters and editing features to create a false sense of reality. Studies at the University of New South Wales in Sydney, Australia, have shown that teens, especially teen girls, are developing body concerns, self-esteem issues, depression, and social anxiety that are linked to Instagram. They are nudged to continue scrolling because of social comparison and wanting to feel like they are just as good or better than their peers. Instagram has turned into a platform that either entertains its users or frustrates its users. It generally provides a false narrative to kids about the lives of others. The next app that is mainly used by teenagers is TikTok. TikTok is a platform made out of short videos that are quick and entertaining. Once you start watching and liking videos, you get lured in to watching related content. This can cause users to scroll for very long periods of time. TikTok is currently one of the most popular apps out, and many people, especially teenagers, are constantly using it. The platform started out as an app where people would just sing and dance, and it was simple as that. Slowly over time, it has changed drastically into a place where toxic video content is displayed, and even harmful new trends are started by teens. In one of the longest recent studies, Brigham Young University has evaluated 13-year-old girls who use social media such as TikTok for 2 to 3 hours a day and then gradually increase use. They have found that they are at a higher clinical risk for suicide as emerging adults. Another real issue that has come out of TikTok is bullying. Thousands of people see public videos and many people share their thoughts constantly, regardless of how they might make someone feel. Many of these comments are malicious and have great impacts on the people who post. There are hate comments such as body shaming, name calling, and other hurtful things that tear people down. Along with the bullying going on, TikTok breeds a level of cancel culture. This is a process by which comments, posts, videos, and pictures are examined and exploited by others. A simple stated fact or honest opinion is shared, and critical or easily offended users take it upon themselves to deplatform others. We see it done globally often, but it happens every day at the teenage level. Lastly, Snapchat is one of the most popular apps for teenagers because it is used as a source for communication. With its disappearing photos, impulsive real-time updates, and continuous conversation mode, there is little disconnect or breaks for teens who continuously use this app. Snapchat also includes a feature called Snap Maps, which shows where your friends are at any time, and if they choose to turn them on, you'll know exactly where they are. Snap Maps shows users if their friends are doing something together or if they're on vacation, which can be stressful for teenagers. Users can also post on their story, which can lead to anxiety from seeing that you weren't invited to someone. All of these factors lead to the development of mental health issues like anxiety or depression. It can cause feelings of isolation and the realization that they have been left out or forgotten. In a Center for Research study, it was found that 13% of 12 to 17-year-olds reported depression and 32% reported anxiety when using social media such as Snapchat. As I mentioned earlier, not all aspects of social media are harmful or even negative. For instance, on Instagram, you're able to follow along with friends that you don't often see. On Snapchat, you have the ability to make new friends and connections through current friendships. On TikTok, you can be entertained, learn new skills, and even discover new products. Social apps can be just what they were intended to do, which is be a place to socialize. Social media also allows kids a voice, which sometimes they don't have. In conclusion, most research points to the use of social media by teens as harmful. The few limited benefits are far outweighed by the psychological and even physical effects. Even in my research for this talk, I found far more articles encouraging parents to delay all technology as long as possible so as to limit exposure to their kids for the use of social media. Quite frankly, it made me wonder why I would be using social media. Thank you all for your time, and thank you for coming to support me for my speech today.
We don't get a Q&A?
No.